Well, let's go talking money. Yeah, so if you have not been paying your tax.
I have my tax card.
If you have not been paying your tax or you have been underpaying, hear this. Lagos State government has directed all its revenue agencies to ensure prompt payment. In other words, they are coming to collect. Oh.
From all angles.
From all angles, whether you like it or yes. And also commence enforcement of payment of all outstanding taxes by defaulters. The government is worried that many residents were not fulfilling their civic obligations of paying their taxes and how the situation would affect government's infrastructure renewal drive in the state. The Lagos State government has therefore concluded plans to go out to enforce the tax laws so as to bring more Lagosians into the tax net. Is it enforcing that will bring them into the tax net or building the infrastructure? Which one is?
No, at least come into the tax net.
Now, so what would encourage you to come into the net? Is it by paying money or is it by seeing that where your money is going to?
No,
anyway, I'm not asking you.
I work for China's TV.
I thought you were working for Lagos. Okay. To help us discuss this, what the drive is all about, I have in the studio Mr. Seyi Alade, Director, Legal Services, Lagos Inland Revenue Service. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys want to unleash. Is that a word?
Oh, well, if you put it that way, if you put it that way, because we have given a long rope, for the tax-paying public to do what is right. We stopped active draconian enforcement sometime in 2016, August 2016 to be specific. And this was an opportunity for us to actually take stock and further profile what our taxpayers have been doing. And during that period, we were able to roll out extensive enlightenment campaigns. We issued so many notices to the public, analyzing and clearing certain gray areas under the Personal Income Tax Act. So right now, we have come to the conclusion that there are some taxpayers who are just very recalcitrant. And what we are doing right now, the enforcement activities that we are engaging in right now, is targeted at this set of people.
So who are those that fall under this category? Are they traders or, who are those?
Yes, we have tradesmen and women. We have employers. And we have ordinary people, high net worth people, who are people of means, great means, but they are serious tax evaders. So we have all of those, and even we have hotel owners, event center owners, and restaurant owners who are deducting taxes from consumers under the Hotel Occupancy and Restaurant Consumption Law of Lagos State, but they are not remitting to government. This is actually a criminal offense.
Okay. There are those who are concerned that the taxes or the levies, let me use the word levies here because it can cover all, they're too much because they'll pay LASG, they'll pay for license, drink alcohol and all of that license. They pay all sorts of licenses and then you still come back to them and say, pay tax on your payment. So has there been a streamlining of all these levies so that the businessman does not lose his business in the name of paying all the taxes that need to be paid?
Okay, let me quickly clarify that. A tax is very different from a levy. The LRS, we don't collect levies. A lot of people, or should I put it this way, the tax-paying public, they do not take time enough sometimes to get proper clarifications on what duties and obligations they owe when they are setting up different businesses. For instance, I'm a lawyer, I pay my practicing fee every year. I pay my Nigerian Bar Association branch dues every year. But that is not a tax. What we collect as LRS are taxes. And those taxes are different from maybe a permit that you get to open or run a restaurant, for instance.
But it also, that permit or the levy for the permit
goes to the government.
Yes, it is mostly those are annual obligations to run that particular business. Like the analogy I just used, I'm paying my practicing fee. It's a yearly ritual that must be done. To the Nigerian Bar Association.
Fantastic. The Nigerian Bar Association is not government. I mean, the question is, all these levies still go back to the government.
Okay.
So if Lagos State says internally generated revenue amounts to this, all those levies are part of it. The question is, the businessmen and all of that are concerned that they are being stretched. There are so many things annually that they are supposed to pay for. Is that also taken into consideration, or has the Lagos State government thought about streamlining it so that the businesses also can survive?
Yes, very well. The Lagos State government, the administration of His Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode, has done a lot in that area, and he is very much particular about the ease of doing business and making Lagos State a real hub for business and commerce in Nigeria and even in West Africa sub-region. Now, a lot of times I can tell you, it is not that people are really complaining about those levies, but maybe the different times they have to pay. So we are working assiduously at streamlining and having most of these payments to come, in one tranche, like a one-stop payment, so that the people, they are not too many agencies of government that interface with the people in that way.
Okay,
yes.
So let's look at how do you deal with tax evasion?